Okay, my friends, so in this video I'd like to show you how I make chicken parmesan. Now, I have an older video up showing you how I make chicken parm, but I wanted to update it. I wanted to make a, a more newer, to the point version. So that's what I'm gonna do here. Alright, I'm gonna show you the ingredients and my process. Don't tell me, oh well, this is not authentic. I'm just one Puerto Rican dude just showing you how I make this stuff, alright? Everyone makes everyone else's stuff, and that's how we all learn and blah blah blah. Anyway, here are the ingredients. Here are the ingredients. Alright, so here I have some chicken breast. These are actually two, and I sliced them into halves. There are those who pound it a little bit to flatten it out, but I don't do that. I feel like it's unnecessary. What I'm going to do to these is I'm going to rinse them in cool water. Then I want them to sit in a nice bath of apple cider vinegar or lemon and or lime juice. So we're going to take care of that shortly. I have an egg on standby. Here are my seasonings. I got some salt, black pepper. I have Italian seasonings. This one in particular, it's a mixture of rosemary, parsley, basil, and oregano. There are other versions that use, other herbs, but this is the one that I'll usually use for chicken parm or pasta. I'm going to go for some onion powder, some garlic powder, and a splash of paprika. I also am going to need breadcrumbs and flour. The flour is to dredge it. The breadcrumbs is to coat it. We're going to use the egg, flour, and breadcrumbs. Okay? I have some sauce working on the side there, and you need a big frying pan. You're also going to need your oven because I finish them off in the oven. Besides that, of course, you'll need oil, some sort of oil. I happen to use coconut oil. So for now, I'm going to rinse these in cool water, pat them dry, and let them sit in apples. Do I have apple cider? Yeah, I do have some. Apple cider vinegar for, it would have been nice if I would have done it this morning before work. But we're going to do this for 15 minutes. Then I'm going to take it out and season them. Okay. Alright, so my chicken was in the fridge for about good 20 minutes or so. And so, in this case, I had it sitting in apple cider vinegar. Just get some nice acid on it and, clean it up a little bit. And if anything, it'll help tenderize it a little bit too. Alright, so I'm going to pour this out. I may even be inclined to pat it down a little bit with some paper towel. And that is what I'm going to do here. Is my camera falling? I think my camera's slipping. Sorry about that. Let me adjust the camera here. And not much of an adjustment. Anyway, alright, we're going to pat it down. And get some of that extra vinegar out of there. Okay, I'm going to season it. I'm going to have some salt in there. So a nice salt. Of course, these are to taste. As I've said before, I don't like to specify because, not everyone likes the same amount of salt, pepper, etc. Some black pepper in there. Hopefully I won't make too much noise. Right, there's our black pepper. Next, my garlic powder. Onion powder. Come on, onion powder, cooperate with me. I'm going to put in I'm washing my hands as I go. My Italian seasoning, which consists of, again, rosemary, parsley, basil, and oregano. And I'm usually very healthy with it. Lastly, I don't know if this is traditional, but I do it because I like it. And if you don't like it, well, just don't do it. I will add a splash of paprika, pimienton, whatever you want to call it. Try to get some on all of them, because the way I'm sprinkling may not hit each piece. All right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move around a bit, get them nice combined, or nicely covered, I should say. Now I'm going to cover it. I'm going to give it a shake. And I'm going to put this back in my fridge for another 15-20 minutes while I work on making breadcrumbs and sauce and pasta. Okay? We'll be back. Now, if you noticed, I forgot a very important ingredient, and that would be the cheese. Why did I leave this for this part? Well, I'll just edit it and I'll put this along with the ingredients. It's funny, here in New York City, if you order chicken parm from like a pizza shop or, you know, a little place that makes pasta and stuff, they'll actually give you chicken, they should call it chicken mozzarella, because often they do not use Parmesan cheese. So a friend of mine told me that, you know, chicken parm can have mozzarella cheese, but Parmesan cheese should be one of the main cheeses in your chicken parm. So what I do, I'll either buy mozzarella and Parmesan separately and combine them. And when I say Parmesan, I don't mean the powders. I mean, you know, you can actually get shredded Parmesan cheese, or get a nice brick and, you know, shred it down yourself. But I like to get these mixes. So in this case, I have this here Borden brand, and it has, if you can see here, mozzarella, provolone, Asiago, Parmesan, there's our Parmesan, Romano, and Fontina. So this is a nice mix. So we should probably call this chicken Maceloniagozon Mano Fonte. I don't know. Just make sure that your chicken parm, if it has mozzarella, get some nice Parmesan in there too. Okay, so let's move on. I made sauce, I made breadcrumbs. All we need is to fry up our chicken breast. Did I mention we put these in the oven? So you're gonna need a nice casserole or, you know, a baking sheet. All right, let's go on to the next step. All right, can you guys see this workstation? This is crazy because I've run out of counter space here, so I'm trying to do the best that I can in my tiny Queens apartment. All right, so here's my chicken. All right, alongside here we have a nice dish of flour, sifted a little bit. Here's my breadcrumbs. I just made these. This dish, we're gonna crack this egg right in there. There's my trash can here, close. And we are going to scramble that egg right in the dish. It doesn't have to be fancy. I mean, you could do it in a bowl and then pour it into the dish, or leave it in a bowl itself. But this is fine. So what we're going to do is, we're going to dredge the chicken breast and get them nice and coated. That's fine. Okay, so one thing about the chicken breast, which I should have said earlier, I'm going to make space for myself here. I also have another dish here on the side, so I can pile up the breaded chicken breasts as I make them. Okay, let's go back over here. I kind of tilted my camera a little bit, but whatever. One thing is, sometimes when you make chicken breasts, breaded chicken breasts, they will not allow the breading to stay close or close. Let it stay stuck to the chicken breast. So what I should have done earlier is, when I cut it and cleaned it, after I cut it and cleaned it, I should have pressed down on it a little bit. See, I'm pressing down on it now that it's seasoned. I'm probably going to take some of the seasoning off. That's fine. Now the reason why you want to do that is that it doesn't matter what sort of chicken breast. It could be organic, it could be conventional, it could have fell out the sky. Most of these companies inject the chicken breast after they're done, slaughtering the poor victim. They'll inject it with salt water to make it plump. So you want to get that salt water out of there. Nah, it didn't affect my seasoning too much. Okay? And that's one of the ways you're going to help the breading stick to the meat. Alright? Let's put this to the side so I can get busy here. Alright, so we're going to dredge this. Flour. Pretty big piece, so I'm going to flip it over and try to get every little nook and cranny. Okay, I'm going to shake them off a little bit. Move over to my egg. Same thing. I'm going to try to get every nook and cranny. Flip them over. This is good. Okay, then I'm going to get them over to the breadcrumbs. And also, this is another thing you want to do, is when you get to the breadcrumbs, you want to kind of squish them in. I even take some in my hand when I flip it over, pour it over, and press it in. I'm going to need more. Drizzle it over, press it in this way. This will help them to stick. Okay? So here we have a nicely breaded, ready to cook chicken breast. Alright, I'm going to put that one on the side, and I'm going to work on the others, and we'll come right back. Oh, I need to wash my hands. Alright, we're now to our frying stage. I got my pan full of oil. I'm going to bring it up to medium. And I like to use coconut oil. I'm not fancy, it's just I like the flavor it gives to the food I fry. At the same time, I'm going to turn my oven on 350, get it ready, because like I said, we're going to fry these, but we're going to finish them in the oven. And is my oven on? Yeah, it is. So 350 and getting this ready. I'm just going to let it go a couple of seconds. Alright, let's see if it's ready. I got a little piece of bread. I mean, you could hear it popping to begin with, but you can always throw a piece of like bread or breadcrumb in there, and that means it's ready. So, just fry this up the way you would fry any chicken breast when you're doing breaded chicken breast. Just throw them right in there. I'm going to do 2 at a time. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to make 2 because the rest of the chicken I'm going to save for later on in the week. Let me kind of overhead shot this so you can see what we're dealing with. Alright, so the way you cook chicken breast, sometimes people fry it, 3 minutes on one side, 3 minutes other side, 4 minutes one, it all depends. Sometimes people like it fried hard. It's up to you. So I'm just going to show you how I like it. Let me just place this camera back gently because I don't have nice equipment. Give it another shot. I'm holding the camera in my hand, so excuse me if I'm a little bit awkward. And I turned it down to medium. Like it was like medium high, but I certainly don't want to burn them. So it's medium low, and I'm going to flip them over shortly. Alright, so it went about 3, almost 4 minutes on one side, and I flipped them over, and look how nice and golden brown these bad boys are. Now like I said, some people fry them a little harder, so I mean I'm going to let it go 3-4 minutes on the other side, and then what I may do, flip them over again. It's all up to you. Just make sure you cook it. Alright, look how nice and golden brown these boys are. And what I did was, like I said, 4 minutes, 4 minutes the other side, and then I went back for another minute or two each side to make it close to like 10, 11 minutes, pushing 12, especially because this guy's a little thicker here. You know, I sliced these chicken breasts in half so that they're thinner, but even though we did that, this was still kind of thick. So I'm just gonna let it sit here a couple of minutes. The oven is still going, my frying pan is off, my sauce is on standby. Let's show you the next step. Right, I'm gonna try to do this with one hand because my little tripod thingy there, I don't know, it's giving up on me. All right, so what we're gonna do is, you know what, I may as well barehand it, right? We drain some of the oil. I'm gonna put each one here in our casserole. You want to get a little more oil out, you can flip them over and deal with them. Wash my hand. You know, deal with them by means of violence. No, not violence. Just flip them over on the other side if you want to get more of the oil out. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these in the oven for a good, I would say 4 or 5 minutes. That's if you're not sure if they're cooked through. I'm sure they're cooked through, so I changed my mind. I'm not going to put it through in the oven for 4 or 5 minutes. I'm going to go on to the next step. Put them in the oven for another 4 minutes if you're unsure about you know, whether or not they're cooked, but I know they're cooked. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put some sauce on each one. I'm going to kind of spread it. I mean, you can put a lot if you like, but it'll make the breading soggy. So you can do it if you want, but I would prefer not. And I'm going to put these in the oven. I'm going to start it for 4 minutes, and then we're going to come back to it. So you know what? Let me put these in the oven now. Woo! Hot. And we will come back to them in 4 minutes. All right, peeps. 4 minutes have passed, and I'm going to. We're not done yet. I need another cloth. I'm gonna burn myself and turn off my range hood. There are the chicken breasts with the breading and sauce, but now I need to place some delicious cheese on each. Be nice and generous. And yeah, I know I'm spilling some on the within the tray there, but you know what? Me no care. What I will also do is sometimes I will get a slice of provolone and put it right over. And you know what? They shifted because I pulled it out of the oven violently. I apologize for that. Oh my god, it tastes so good. It's not even done yet. Oh my goodness. Anyway, what you can also do is put a nice piece of provolone on top, and it'll get, I mean, this mix already has provolone, but if you want it to be extra, okay? And this is just nice. Okay, apart from that, I'm going to also take some of the Italian seasoning that I used before, and I'm going to sprinkle some on top of each. As a matter of fact, I like plenty, so we're going to go back and put some more. I feel good. Alright, and now we're going to put it back into the oven, and we're going to let it go for 15 to 20 minutes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to initially let it go for 15, and if I feel like it needs to melt a little more, or if the sauce needs to brown a little more, we'll let it go the full 20. Let me take this camera and hover it over so you can see. Hold on. Alright, so they're ready to go back into the oven. Okay, again, we're going to put it back into the oven for 15 to 20 minutes. I'm going to check on it at 15. There. And we will come back to the finished product. 350. I'm gonna lower it at smidgen. All right, people. I am just so happy. Time is up. I opened the oven and I have a delicious surprise. I sound like not Optimus Prime. I sound like a sound wave there. There we go. There are my chicken parms. That cheese on the side burned, but that's okay. We're not eating that. We are eating the delicious chicken. All right, let me serve that. You know what? Actually, yeah, I'll be right back. I'm gonna serve this. All right, people. I have my nice little salad here. My nice little amount of pasta. I'm gonna put a little sauce on that pasta there. Doobie doobie doo. And we're gonna put our nice chicken pulam right there. Look at that. Look how beautiful. Matter of fact, you know what? Maybe I could put a little cheese. Hold on. Y'all wanna maybe put a little cheese there on the Does that look weird? Oh, you know what else I can put? Hold on. Yeah, I'm thinking also put a little more of the Italian seasoning there on the pasta. And we got ourselves a meal. Alright, it's time to chow down, baby. Chow down. Alright, in review. Here is my chicken parm, pasta, salad. And it is precisely time to chow down. Oh, hold on a second. I'll be right back. Sorry, I wanted to check my phone real quick. Let us go and chow down on this chicken parm, baby. My style. Like I said, I'm sorry it's not authentic, but it is authentic for me. We ready? Oh man. Alright, I can't. It's so good. It's just so good. I ate a little piece. I'm sorry, I confess. It's so good. That humming you hear is my AC. It's really hot in New York City right now. Really hot. Humid, really. Perfect pasta. Al dente. I didn't put any dressing on a salad, I figure. People ate salad centuries ago before dressing. I don't know. I'm making stuff up. I'm hungry. I said I'm hungry. So I'm a little bit delirious. Alright, well. Someone's texting me. I'm speaking with my mouth full. I apologize. I hope you enjoyed this video. And I hope you replicate my version of it. I mean, there are many versions, and there's the authentic version. But this version, my version, BC Cooking and Collecting version, the Puerto Rican Dominican guy, really good. Oh man.